And welcome back to Hannity. So Senator Bernie Sanders scored another major win against Hillary Clinton, beating her last night in Indiana. But thanks to the support of those unelected superdelegates in the Democratic Party, well, Clinton is way ahead of Sanders. Now at the Hannity Big Board tonight with a full report is Fox and Friends' Heather Nauert. Heather.
Hi, Sean. It's all about the superdelegates for Hillary Clinton as she tries to secure the Democratic nomination. She has all but locked up her spot in the general election, thanks in part to all those superdelegates. So let's take a look at those numbers. Clinton has a huge edge over Sanders with 522 superdelegates pledging their support to her compared to just 39 who are standing behind Bernie Sanders. And this is where it gets really interesting. If you look at just the pledged delegates, Clinton still leads by more than 300, but the race is a lot closer. Sean, this issue over superdelegates is something that Sanders and his supporters are very much aware of. Last night, the senator promised to do something about it. Take a listen.
We understand, and I do not deny it for 1 second, that we have an uphill battle in front of us. But I think we have a path toward victory, although it is a narrow path. Our goal is twofold. Number one, to win a majority of pledged delegates. Number two, it is to make sure that in those states where we have won landslide victories, 65, 70% of the votes, that the superdelegates in those states listen to their constituents and vote the way their constituents voted.
Well, there you go. Sanders also said his campaign will try to flip the superdelegates who've already pledged their support to Hillary Clinton. So, Sean, we'll continue to follow how this develops. A lot going on. Back to you.
All right, Heather, thank you. And here with reaction, Fox News contributors Doug Schoen, Leslie Marshall, a rare in-studio appearance for you. Doug knows it's a rigged system.
It's a rigged system, but Hillary is 3 million votes ahead, 300 elected delegates ahead.
Okay.
The super delegates are the insurance by the Democratic elites.
The insurance, but,
yeah.
But you know what? Maybe if people knew it was closer without the super delegates, maybe the race, if the Bernie Sanders supporters thought they had a chance, they might come out in more force.
In more force. Look
More
at the
force.
numbers that are coming out in support of Senator
Democratic voting
Sanders.
is depressed compared to the last two election cycles.
But he is bringing out people not that are Democrats, but that are independents. He's also bringing out youth.
He's bringing
Maybe
out
not in the numbers Obama did.
Socialists,
Well, he is a social
redistribution
Democrat.
statists. He's bringing them all out.
No, look, I agree with you that if you want to use the word rigged, Republican and Democrat. But everybody in this game knows the rules of this game,
Okay,
Sean.
but wait,
if they want to get in and change the rules after, fine.
And I have criticized their system. It's not rigged like this, where the establishment says, here's 600 free delegates.
But remember, the primary is about the party picking the candidate, picking the nominee,
Okay.
and then in the general, the people.
Why do people vote if the Democratic Party decides to give all those super delegates to her?
Because the people have voted. She, like you said, over 3 million votes ahead.
But even when they were only literally 150 delegates apart, the Democratic Party add the 450 super delegates she had accumulated, it was not a race anymore. They made sure she'd win.
Sean, it's an insurance policy. She's going to be the nominee, and what you're going to see her do is pivot to do what the Democrats do best. Vicious attacks on the Republicans. The Republicans have to get together.
Same old strategy.
It works.
Unconventional year.
You know it works.
It works historically. I'm not going to disagree. But I don't know if I think all bets are off this year.
Well, you could be right, but you're going to see between $1 and $2 billion brought on anti-woman, want to gut the budget, all of that.
Trump is a master of insulting, and this is a woman he is insulting. I can't wait for this. Think about when the woman card came out. She raises more money.
And
she gets more women
I'll
in
tell
her
you what,
corner.
She's the
I can't
enabler,
wait.
and her husband is the abuser.
I'll tell you what
and
the
her
big,
husband's not running, by the way. I know you're shocked.
And she's the enabler, and she helped
I'll tell you
smear
what
and besmirch the
big
women.
question to me is, can the Republicans all now coalesce, and can they let Paul Manafort, a political genius, a man of great sophistication, run a professional campaign? Because you're not going to do it amateur hour. Trump is a genius as a communicator, but he is not able to be a one-man band.
If you really watch it, the number of mistakes he's made. He's not on Twitter as much. Hasn't made that many mistakes lately.
But it's going to take $1 billion to $1.5 billion of coordinated money to give the Democrats a run.
Trump has enough. He can match it.
Well,
I don't think he will. I think it'll be the party.
It's not just about money with Trump, okay? Trump needs to change his tune because a primary is not a general election. This is a very different position
He really
for him
needs to
now.
take your advice, Leslie. I'll make sure he hears about it. All right. We got a break. Good to see you both.